Good morning. My name is Al Lipscomb. I'm with a company called Measure All MSI. And I'll give you a brief demonstration on a Starrett L1 forced automatic motorized force testing system with L1 software. We're going to basically check a gasket at 100 pounds and look at the height of it with 100 pounds applied to the gasket. So first thing I'm going to do is as you can see here, I'm going to verify that when I put 100 pounds that my displacement will be basically zero. So I'm going to, because there'll be deflection on the load cell. So I'm going to basically start my test. I've got nothing underneath it at this point. So we're going to start the test and it's going to run up very quickly, and it came that I'm good within 0.006 millimeters, which is 6 microns, which is pretty darn good. So that tells me that basically when I put 100 pounds on it, it reads, the displacement reads zero. Now we're going to basically take apart, and we're going to put it underneath the anvil. I'm not going to let you see the part. So hang on a second. So we're going to put the part underneath the anvil, and we're going to start the test again. So we got the part underneath the anvil, and we're going to now just reach up here and hit the start button, and it'll run the test now. It's basically driving down at 5 newtons or 5 millimeters per minute is the rate I have. I have 550 pound load cell, which we don't need, but for this application, because we're going to apply a 100 pound load, you'll see on the graph as it's plotting it, it's applying a force displacement curve. So it's going to go down. The test takes about 35 seconds. I can do the test faster if I speed it up a little bit. When we look at the part, then this checks out 3.401 millimeters. It passed, and I've just put the length on it. You don't have to put that on there. The length is 100 pounds, which is basically, it's 444 pounds, but I subtracted out the weight of the anvil, which I'm placing on top of it. So that's the first test. It says it passed. We would go look at another part. Oops. Put another part on here. Again, I don't want you to see the part. Keep it up here. Now we have a second part underneath it, and we simply will push start again, and it'll run the test again. So basically you can test the part about every 45 seconds at this speed of 3 or 5 millimeters per minute rate. There's a lot of compression up front, as you can see on the graph, before it gets stiff. And this should be a good part also. It's running the test right now. And as soon as the test is over, it'll pop up. It's going up to, again, 443.6 newtons. And this is a bad part. It checks 3.031 millimeters. So it's below the 3.3 mainframe, so that one did not pass. And the graph will be basically, it'll show red there and shows red here, but it basically didn't pass. So we'll take another part. Again, I'm not showing you the part. The customer doesn't want you to see it. So we got the other part in place. Start the test, and we'll test this part. I think this is a good part. Basically, the samples was sent. The A parts were good. The B parts were bad. There's a 3.3 millimeter minimum application. So if you look at the screen, you'll see as soon as this test is being made. I'm sorry, get it up here where you can see it. There we go. And that part is good, 3.384. So it's going to give you a quick go, no-go decision. Here also it's going to give you a graph, which you can, yeah, why is that so reflective? Whatever. It gives you a graph, and with this data, you can also, hitting a button like this, you can display all your results, good and bad parts. You can, and the bad parts initially on this test was I was zeroing out the unit, showing you where it was at, so they're really not Apple. We could delete those. You can also look at some statistics, which don't mean a whole lot in this particular case, but you can do a variety of things with the data. You can download it into a CSV file. Which I just did, and things of that nature. So that's the basic. You have a fully automatic tester that you can set the speed, set what force you want to go to. It'll collect the data in a Windows 10 environment, and it's a great little testing system for the money. Thank you.